Hi, I'm Frank Hartman with the Hartman Law Firm. I'm a practicing attorney in Charleston, South Carolina, specializing in personal injury and auto accidents. And today we're talking about what happens if you die without a will in the state of South Carolina. If you die without a will in the state of South Carolina, what happens is a process called intestacy kicks in. And intestacy essentially means that exactly that you've died without a will, and that state law actually governs what's going to happen with your belongings. Then a process called probate begins, and it's usually brought by someone who is a beneficiary, which is typically going to be, a son or a daughter or possibly a spouse, and they're going to bring an action in the probate court, and your things will be divided according to South Carolina state law as opposed to what you might have specified in a will. A will is where you essentially say, I'd like A to go to X and B to go to Y. In the event that you haven't done so, which I'm sorry to say a lot of people in the state of South Carolina are operating without a will, South Carolina law actually governs it. And to give you an example, for instance, the hypothetical is that the husband dies, the spouse remains, and there's 2 children. In that scenario in the state of South Carolina, what would happen is the belongings of the husband would be put into the probate court. Everything would potentially be liquidated with the exception of possibly real estate or real property, i.e. the home. And then half of the proceeds would go to the spouse, and then the other half would be split evenly between the 2 children. So the 2 children would ultimately end up with a 1/4 interest, and the spouse would end up with a half interest in the overall probate of the deceased. The significant thing to take from all of this is that it's in your best interest to go ahead and have a will in place so that what you want to happen in the event of your death actually occurs, because no one really wants state law to dictate what's going to happen, and if you don't have a will in place, that's exactly what's going to happen. This is Frank Hartman with the Hartman Law Firm, and today we talked about what happens if you die without a will in the state of South Carolina. If you're watching this video, you have questions, I would encourage you to pick up the telephone and call me at 843-300-7600, or you can reach me at thehartmanlawfirm.com. Thanks for watching.